So in Google, there's a thing called the delivery method. This is a setting under your campaigns. When you go to your campaign settings, about halfway down the page, you'll see a setting called delivery method advanced. They call it an advanced setting. You click the edit button. You'll have two choices, standard, and then you'll have accelerated. Standard is the default setting. And what this means is that whenever you set up a budget, let's say you set up a budget of $100, Google knows what your settings are and they know from experience how your account's going to perform. So they find out that you're going to spend more than $100 if they don't do something about it. So the standard delivery is that they will just randomly turn off your account throughout the day. So your ads may show at some times and not at other times, so that you actually end up with an average of about $100 a day. Now, the other setting is called accelerated. What this means is Google doesn't do anything until you actually run out of budget. So, I mean, it'll at the beginning of the day, they'll show all your ads as long as people are clicking on it. And then when you run out of budget, Google will put the brakes on and just stop your account, and your account doesn't start back up until the next day. Now, generally, people like to stay with standard because they think that, well, I want my ads to show all day. But the problem is they don't realize that that's kind of a mistake. You really want to make sure that your account is showing throughout the entire day with your decisions. You need to make decisions on your account. So it is much better to have your account running continuously than just to be randomly turned on and off. The reason is that a lot of people don't just type in one keyword and then click on one ad. What they will do is that they'll go type in a keyword, they'll click on an ad, they'll hit the back button, they'll click on the next ad, they'll look at several ads. Well, if Google is turning your account on and off, you might be there the first time, but when they clicked on the other ad, but when they come back and see, when I go to the second one, you're no longer there. So there are many ways to fix your budget. If you're running over budget, which is a common practice, I run into this a lot. People, they don't want to spend that much money. They have a budget set, but their account is set up so that it spends more than that. At the very least, you can go ahead and set your own schedule and say, I want this to end at 3 p.m. as opposed to 5, because it's stopping at 3 p.m. anyhow with Google stopping it at 3 p.m. anyhow because I've run out of budget. So what you need to do is to make sure that you fix the budget another way. Don't fix it by using standard. That's the worst way to fix your budget because you're randomly not showing up. What if you don't show up at the right time and you lose out that sale? You can't, and it's really hard to run your statistics and figure out what's really going on because your ad's getting turned off randomly. If you want to run a report and see how you're doing different times of the day, you can't really trust that information on standard because you don't know if you're actually running. If your ad gets turned off randomly every other time, you don't know if you're actually losing out on money that you could be making.